Heyo! Welcome to another episode of the Best Friends Discuss podcast. I am your host, Mike, with my co-host, Brad. And we are accompanied by two lovely gentlemen and also one okayish dog. We have Chester Omega Barkington with us again, who is being...
Whiny little bitch again.
Whiny little bitch. And then we have fan favorite, we got him back. Fan favorite, Dane is back.
It is amazing to be here. I was so happy to hear that I got put on the top pedestal as it is, and I'm hoping that as it goes, I won't get knocked off by Spencer, you know? I don't know, he's a pretty charismatic dude.
Well, we'll see. And we have a new friend joining us. We have Spencer. Welcome, Spencer.
Hello, I am Spencer.
Classic. Good job, Spencer.
He's worried about the waves.
You gotta watch them waves, you know.
Well, if you want, I could just bring the mic closer.
No.
Okay.
Don't do that.
But so Spencer, you haven't been on. Dane, you've been on a couple different times. Dane, Spencer, Dane came on with a goal to be the fan favorite over Gage. And you are friends with Gage, as in also Dane is friends with Gage, and we're acquaintances with Gage, I would say. But do you have a goal for the podcast for introducing yourself to us?
I'm glad you asked. And the truth of it is, my goal is to let the whole world know that I don't like Dane at all. And Gage is like, I don't know. I mean, he's a close second. You know, he's a close second on Dane as far as the not liking scale. So I've come here to just kind of let the world know.
You know we live together, right?
I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
Yeah, there we go. So that's your goal?
Yeah.
Is to tell...
I want Dane to know that I hate him with a burning passion.
With a dismay?
One of those like white hot fiery suns passions.
Yeah, like often I go to bed at night and the only thing that gets me to sleep is knowing that one day I'm gonna be his demise.
That probably is true.
I feel like a prophecy is about to unfold. Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, I drove with him, so...
Well, yeah, we carpooled.
And so it's very likely he'll be in my demise as we leave.
I'm also picturing like Too Fast, Too Furious with like the ejectocito, cuz like you have that in place.
That, my truck is too old for that kind of technology. So.
But we can Tokyo drift.
No, we can't. It's front wheel.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You can reverse. I was about to say.
Well, reverse Tokyo drift.
You could pull a sick 180.
There you go.
But okay, so that's your goal.
Yes.
Is to tell Dane that and the world.
I feel like he may know now.
I think we did it. Like we just cut now. Like we're done with the podcast. His is good.
I think we're good. So now we can move on to other topics. Because now Dane knows.
No, you need to move on to Gage now.
Gage.
Yeah.
Good old Gage.
Or punk bitch Gage, am I right?
Oh, yeah. You put that hand away. We're not high-fiving that. Gage, you know, he's literally like a, you know, he's like a stallion. You know, you can put the oats in the stable. It doesn't mean he's coming home, you know?
What kind of... How did you complicate you can bring a horse to water but you can't let him drink? How did you complicate that?
Well, it's because it wasn't about him drinking. He drinks plenty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He does.
He's a very hydrated
like a
boy.
Yeah. It's more of just kind of like, you know, Gage is an enigma. You never know when he's going to show up and when he's going to take off, and that's sums it up, really.
I mean, confirmed. Yeah.
He's just like, I'm here.
Yeah, he'll be there like every day for like months, and then you won't see him again for like a year. Like that's just At least my experience with Gage.
Oh, like your birthday?
Yeah, like he's just
Yeah, that was
he's all
weird.
over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's actually a perfect example.
Yeah.
Ryan showed up, which was interesting. I mean, I had to give him a ride, but but even Ryan made it.
Ryan
and I
won.
was
Yeah.
like, okay, all right, way to go, Ryan. So yeah,
Well,
I wanted to let you know, though, I know now
but I hate
that
with
you
a
hate
burning
me.
passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though we,
Yeah.
live together in carpool places.
It's hard. I feel bad that you have to find out it this way, with everybody here.
how long have you guys been friends?
Almost 8 years now?
Jesus.
I'd like to say never.
He did say he hates me. I think he just uses me for... I don't even know what you use me for.
I mean, you use him for carpools.
I
so-
definitely use him for carpools, but no, it wasn't always that way because he didn't always have a car.
It's true. I didn't. It's true. I did not.
But I did make him chauffeur in my car.
Yeah.
Oh, you threw him the keys and was like,
Yep.
you drive?
Well,
Okay.
his car didn't take keys. We literally started it with a knife a couple times.
And a screwdriver.
And then a screwdriver, yeah. Anyone could have stolen Dane's car. Anybody.
Nobody wanted it.
Like, you didn't need to have, street smarts to, steal his car. But he makes a great point. Nobody wanted to steal it, so it was all the same.
What did you used to have? Because you obviously don't drive that now. I've seen your car.
It was a 90s Nissan. And so it was a Nissan Sentra. And it was this crappy little silver car that, for all intents and purposes, that car got us everywhere. We could go anywhere in that car. But
if you had a screwdriver or a knife.
I mean, it was to the point where he's exactly right. I would toss him the keys and he would go, I don't need those. And he'd just pull out his knife and just
turn on the car.
just turn on the car. The car would just go after that.
Where we're going, we don't need keys. I just need this. That's not a knife. Now that's the knife.
That's right.
The best part about it is that the car itself, you couldn't lock the doors or you couldn't get back in.
Exactly.
Because the keys didn't unlock the doors, but they also, anything started the car. So,
it was an all or nothing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
so
I
it was
mean-
completely unlocked. Anything could open it, but nobody, anything could start it, but nobody wanted it.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a perfect car.
Where did you guys meet?
Vistapon, actually.
Yeah,
he used to
we met at
be, he used to be a customer. And
He hated me then too.
I hated him then too. He had a lot of brony friends.
God, I did not.
Yes, you did. You had so many brony
I had
friends.
one in particular.
That's
brony
too
friend.
many brony friends.
Yeah, like Brad here is my brony.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
exciting.
I know nobody else that likes My Little Pony except for Brad. I mean, granted, he has an excuse, but
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is. He'd come in, he'd lumber around the store, and mostly talk to...
Make me sound like I'm a goddamn Frankenstein.
That was exactly it, literally.
like Dane comes in, and Spencer's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And then Dane's like, "Good." And
Oh,
he-
Spencer didn't talk to
No,
me.
I did not talk to him. He'd always come in and talk to our mutual friend Randy, and I would always just be like, who's this gay wad? Like, I'm not talking to this guy. Like, I don't know him. I
What's
want
this
nothing to do with
jabroni?
him. Like, he's got brony friends, and then just one day, Dane just was working at the shop, and like he had gotten a job there. But my perspective, I just showed up one day, and he's like, I work here now.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking
That
more
was
of,
my
like,
perspective too.
you being a good customer service person. You
No.
were like, "Hey, how's it going?" And then once he like kind of left your sights, you were like, "This fucking guy." Like,
No, he said it to my face.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I believe in being upfront with people and being honest with how I feel. Realistically, that's the nice thing about the pawn shop biz, at least where we worked.
you don't have to.
You
be
didn't
good.
have to be like the greatest like customer service guy. Like, hey man, are you doing okay? Can I get you some water? You don't got to do any of that. You're just kind of like, are you here to buy something or pawn something, or otherwise like I don't need to really
Yeah.
interact with you.
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah,
Get out.
Yeah, get out of here. We don't serve your kind. But
People? just
Yeah,
all
people, yeah.
Homo
like-
sapiens, yeah.
Yeah.
Just any of them.
So yeah, it was. That's how we met originally.
That's how we met, and
Okay.
then we started living together.
yeah, actually, yeah, that's fairly.
Now
true.
Dane's like, "Good morning, Spencer," and you're like, "Fuck off,
Like,
shut up."
like, let's see, you worked at the shop for what, 6 months, maybe a
I think
year,
it was a year. Yeah.
and then you moved in with me and Jeremy, and yeah,
There
that
for
was
2
kind of
years,
interesting.
yeah.
See, and these are the best parts of the story because Dane was like, at the time, Dane had never been out of his parents' house.
It's true.
So he was like a fresh new baby boy. Like, he didn't know how to do anything at all. Would you disagree?
I would not disagree. No,
Okay, see?
no. I was an infant in the scheme of being out of my own house.
Yeah.
So you guys have grown together, but like
We've
Dane,
grown in hatred.
like Dane likes you, but Spencer apparently doesn't. Like,
It's like it's literally like the get him to the Greek line or whatever,
Okay.
where it's like it's like I have respect for Dane, but it's peppered with hate.
okay.
Right?
Your guys' relationship is a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
Dane gives all the love, and you just hate.
Yin and yang.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got to be the good to balance out the negative, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No. Okay. All
I
right.
think
No,
that's
no.
true. I think it's very
Because like Brad and I are good friends, almost 3 years now, and
true. Son of a bitch.
and we are the same person. Yet I am like
Evil?
the superhero.
Oh.
And,
Oh, no, that's definitely.
I thought that was gonna be the turn of events where he's like, "I'm Lex Luthor," and I'm like, "Whoa!" Like, I would've
But
never
he's
guessed
also
it.
Lex Luthor. He just happens to contribute to more charities.
it's weird you pointed at me and was like, "I'm the supervillain," when it's this guy.
But that'd be the least person you'd expect, though.
Yeah, it's
And out of
definitely what
supervillains,
people
that's
think
usually what I.
Don't worry, I have a master plan of
okay.
how to make me the villain. Don't worry, don't you fret.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So he's the evil super genius, and you're the superhero.
Yep.
Okay.
That's like I go more towards the good side. He comes up with the more evil side of stuff.
Absolutely.
So
There's no fun in being good.
yeah, I guess I'm not having that much fun. in hindsight, but yeah, it's just. But we are the same person. Like we, boy, howdy. There's so much like like we've often like come to the same realization of like finishing each other's sentences kind of stuff. Like we even had that today when he was talking about the NSA and we both reached for our phone and we were like, no, we absolutely love the government or something like that. Like we just exactly pulled out our phones and said the exact same thing to each other. So
And then you got like a little notifications like the NSA approves.
it was just a thumbs up. Yeah. It was
NSA liked your Facebook.
NSA,
yeah.
yeah.
So, but all right. So that's your goal.
Yeah.
Dane has accomplished his goal pretty.
Now I just have to, it's smooth sailing. I
I
just
was
gotta
about to
hope
say.
that I just gotta hope that I stay up on top of the pedestal. So what you gotta do in order to do that is you just gotta keep climbing.
Yeah.
Even though there's no ladder there, you just gotta keep climbing in the air.
Yeah, you're mimicking a cat right now. You're pawing at nothing.
Stairway to Heaven. Somebody
Cat
play
stairway.
We need a sign that says.
Is that not how you
"You
climb
can't
a ladder?
play Stairway to Heaven here.
Yeah. Read the sign, man.
Yeah, read the sign.
No Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, you just gotta keep pushing up, even when there's no up to push.
Gotcha. I was gonna ask you, do you have a new goal or want a new goal?
Do you have a new goal?
Do I have a new goal?
Or want a new goal?
I mean,
Because, you crushed the
is
other
this one of those like you're gonna give me a goal out of a hat, like on a piece of paper, and I just have to try and make that goal?
I don't know. Brad, do you want to Google what should my goal be? And random generator or something like that.
Let's do it, and that'll
we'll
be my
see.
next goal.
We'll see what comes up. So, all right.
Astronaut.
Astronaut. Yeah. So Dane, your new goal is to be an astronaut. We'll check back in 5 months. And just be like, hey, how's your goal coming?
I went through the training and I kept throwing up on myself.
So it's going well. It's better than any other day. Just throwing up on yourself.
It's a terrible life of just vomit.
So Spencer, since you're our new friend to the podcast, you want to tell the audience something about yourself or who you are as a person? Just let us know about you.
Hey, baby. I'm 30 years
I'm a
old.
bloody old brain.
I'm 30 years old and I love long walks on the beach. Yeah, I think that's it.
Bloody old brain.
For reals though.
For realsies.
For real.
I can't get that out of my head now.
What is it? What is the thing? Samesies.
Yeah.
Samesies. I mean,
No,
samesies.
yeah, Bisies.
Oh, Bisies. It's Bisies, damn it.
Bisies. I mean, Bisies.
So I guess I'll just do kind of a quick little generic thing. I am legitimately basically a vampire. It's pretty amazing that I'm even awake right now. I get up at usually 6 at night, and I usually go to bed around 6 in the morning.
Jobs must be tough for you then.
Actually, not as bad as you would think.
If you really wanted to, you could take a night shift in a call center too.
That's true. Right now, I kind of work as a private contractor, and it's stupid easy. I just take pictures of things and upload them online. That's all I do. I come in whenever I want, work as long as I want, and then I leave. But I get paid in cash, not in blood. Damn it. But
blood diamonds.
Yeah, I've got a natural affinity for crocodilians.
It's not to say he has one or has ever known one.
I've been thinking about stealing one from the local aquarium. I'll tell you what, those suckers are cute. I love them. I often hope that's the way I die, is a nice little death roll by an alligator.
He died as he lived.
I'd be smiling the whole time. I'd be screaming, but there would be a smile on my face. I'd be ah! But I'd be happy the entire time.
You're opening up a crocodile's mouth and sticking your head in.
No. I'd be hugging it.
Oh.
And then it would probably just take me out. And I'm okay with that, because
he knew what this was.
Yeah.
He loves to tumble.
Yeah. Death rolls.
People over there shouting, do a barrel roll.
I mean, there's nothing more metal than a death roll, right? Death by death roll from a gator, right? That's the most metal thing.
In any instance.
Yeah.
Like
I want that on my tombstone. Where they're he died the way he lived. Death roll. And
that will be the end of it.
Especially when you guys do D&D, you just death roll.
I wish.
So what I want is for us to be jumping out of an airplane, and you're the last person that come out. We're all looking up as you just have an alligator with you.
Okay, I want to clarify something right now. If we're ever in the situation that me and you are jumping out of an aircraft, I promise you, if I'm going out, you're going out with me.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna get my final demise on you. I will.
It's your last chance.
Yeah, I'll wait till you deploy the parachute. I'll throw the gator on top of the parachute, and then I'll just grab a hold of you and death bomb you into the world.
Hey, Dane, avoid airplanes with this guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm understanding.
Avoid flying companions with Spencer.
Which amazingly, it lines up with your goal from
Okay,
a random
what's my goal?
generator. Escape your
Spencer Spencer, he'll be at your guys' place in a leotard, and he goes, "I'm your destiny," and he's coming at you.
And you'll have to escape it.
I have to escape it. Oh
Like,
my god.
like the new It movie with Pennywise in the water, and how he like just runs at you. And he's like,
I have not seen that. Is it
I
good?
haven't
"Oh,
seen
it's
it
good.
either.
It's good."
Is it good?
Do you have you seen the original one with
Yeah,
Tim
it's
Curry?
super long time ago.
Yeah.
Like, I've always had a lot of respect and enjoyment for Stephen King, but I will be the first one to say, I never got into the whole It thing as much as his other movies, like
Right.
and other books for that matter.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Dreamcatcher or
I
Pet
really liked
Sematary.
I really liked
Sematary.
Pet Cemetery,
Pet Sematary.
Cujo. What is that? What is that? The Perfect Storm. I think the other one's The Final Battle or something like that.
hey,
That
wrong
one's really
Cujo,
good.
okay?
Yeah, not you, bro.
Yeah, shut up. A real Pet Cemetery your ass.
It's gonna get worse for you.
Yeah, I guess it will.
Yeah. Because then it's just him with no soul coming back trying to kill you.
Or still whining.
Or
on the
still
podcast.
whining. Yeah.
Come on, that
We
dog
finally got rid of him.
that dog doesn't have a soul.
He's like, oh man, don't say that.
The saddest thing.
I immediately 100% felt bad, buddy.
Don't
I'm
worry,
sorry.
bud. You're not a ginger.
He's like, yeah.
He's like, next time you come over this gate, I'm pawing you right in the junk.
Dick punch right
Yeah.
for you.
But so okay, Spencer. I was gonna say one of the many things I know about you is that you really love dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Ever since I was a little kid, drove my mom absolutely insane. Like she would, I'd be like 4 or 5 years old, and I'm like, hey, I'd like you to say this one. My mom's over there trying to say Parasaurolophus to me, and I'm over there like she's like, I don't, this kid's a nerd,
like, a pear.
Yeah, and I'm like, come on, get out with it. Like I need to know these things to say it. Yeah, big into dinosaurs. Always been pretty nerdy. Superhero comic books, D&D, video games. You name it. I mean, pretty nerdy.
So
D&D's a new one though.
That is a newer one. Yeah, that is a newer one.
yeah,
That is a blast. I
like
love
Dane,
that.
I know is like the person for D&D.
I mean, I don't know that I would say the person, but definitely I do a lot. I'm definitely the person that started it in our friend group.
I mean, you definitely like get into it.
That is true, yeah.
He back in the 70s, he co-founded D&D.
Actually went back in time just so I could go back and co-found it.
Oh, yeah, that
That's
would
pretty
be
impressive.
Yeah, that would be impressive. Also, why would you go back in time just for that, though? Dang.
It was the safest option.
All right, that's fair. All right, so I brought you two on the podcast because my original idea I wanted to do with you two, and I guess also Brad, but it's because
Brad was already here.
yeah, he just happened to have everything I needed to do a podcast. A house, electricity.
I do love the idea that that was the only reason you became friends with him. That you just like sort of walked in like, this'll do.
I'll allow this to happen.
Brad?
It's kind of
Yeah.
true.
Even though you are the same as me, but also my alter ego. But anyway. So, my idea was I found this guy who tweeted this whole thing. It's a it's a conspiracy thread. Did the world end in 2012? And that we are actually living in a simulation like the Matrix.
Okay.
And I thought you guys, my goal through this is blow your guys' minds. Because I've read through this entire thing and it blew my mind.
Is it going to be better than the last time when you read through things?
I wasn't even here. That's hilarious.
Well, Dane, last time you were on. I've had some practice.
He's got his A's and E's down now.
And I'm going to tell you, it's not gotten any better.
All right. Okay.
At least you read through this once.
So how does this work? Are you gonna read this thing now, or are we gonna theorize first?
I mean, you could theorize.
How do
where
we
this
theorize
is going.
on something that we don't know? Like what is?
Well, what is your conspiracy theory on did the world end in 2012?
Do I have a specific conspiracy theory?
Let's
No,
hear it.
I don't
Go
have a
ahead.
specific-
Yeah,
I
go
don't
ahead,
have a
Dave.
specific conspiracy theory.
Somebody pass the mic to Dane. I want to get his opinion on this.
Yeah, here you go.
You're the one that I specifically go to whenever I need conspiracy theories about like robots taking over.
Yeah, I do 100% buy into Terminators. That's going to happen. We're going to be looking for John Connors. That's guaranteed. Started with the self-checkouts, and it's not going to stop there, guys.
Fucking Walmart. The local Walmart took away greeters, and they now just have
Robots, T-800s.
a opening.
Just Arnold. Hello, welcome to Walmart.
Somebody picks up a package of cookies, and he's like, "No, put the cookie down. That's not your cookie. That's my cookie. Put the cookie down. It's not your cookie. It's not a tumor."
I'm just telling you right now, if you guys can hear this, you are the resistance.
What's the Terminator story where you're like freaking out about it, and then the other guy on the other side of the pond counter is like, "Yeah, fuck yeah!"
So we were at the shop, and I was with a whole other customer. I wasn't even with this guy. Randy, who we mentioned earlier, was helping this guy, and this guy, I mean, with all due respect, off of his rocker. And I'm like, so my back's turned to him, so I'm avoided the luxury. Like, I get the luxury of like not being. He can't see my face, so I get to laugh and like smile and totally make fun of him. But my whole goal is to really sabotage Randy. So Randy's working with this guy, and this guy starts flipping out. Like, he's literally like, he's like me talking about Terminators, but like 1,000 times more real about it. Like, he's like, Terminators are real, man, like, bah! And like going off, and I'm over there like testing some gold and stuff. I'm like, yeah, you preach it, man, like, you preach it. And Randy's like whole face is like completely red. He's trying so hard not to laugh at this guy, and he's going off, and I'm like, yeah, man, like, fucking robots, dude, they're gonna kill us. And he's like, I know, man, and he's like freaking out. And then right at the end, we got kind of get down, everybody kind of calms down a little bit. And I finish up with my customer, and Randy's still working with him, and I just kind of walk up to him, and I just go, hey, man, I just want to tell you, you are the resistance. And then I walk away, and this guy goes nuts. Like, this guy's just losing it, and Randy's stuck there trying to, like, keep a straight face as this guy's literally like, ah! Like, just going nuts about it. I wish I could remember all the things he said, because they were just so out there.
Just gold.
Yeah, pure gold. Pure absolute gold.
Like, I picture he has a phone that he is a prepaid phone kind of thing,
He's,
and
like,
he breaks
breaking
it,
it, yeah.
like he's a drug dealer.
No, I do remember he was like specific. Okay, well, for starters, he was a felon. Like, yeah, the first time we ever saw this guy, he tried to use a prison ID, and we were like, bro, that's not gonna cut it. But
Then he cuts you.
yeah, and then we're like, thank you, come back again sometime, as like we're bleeding out. I do remember him specifically, him like going on about like, this is why I don't have like any newer cell phones. This is why I don't use credit cards. And, for all of us, we were like, I'm sure they just probably wouldn't allow you to have one. I doubt it's the Terminators, but Skynet. But but yeah, it was a pretty good. I think that's one of my favorite pawn shop stories, actually.
They're good.
Just because I got to sit there and just kind of instigate it and not have to deal
And then
with
just
it.
walk away.
Yeah, and I get a laugh like quietly on the side, and I didn't have to actually.
I just love the idea of you going up to random people and going, "You are part of the reason."
Yeah, if you can hear this, you are the resistance. And then we got to go find John Connors. So, all right. So
let's.
Are we? So you don't have a theory about?
I don't have a
2012.
specific theory about 2012. No.
So the actual article is you're saying that the world ended 2012, and we're in a simulation like the Matrix.
Pretty much. Like, this guy gives, like, details of why and kind of explains his thinking of it or his realization of it. And he lays out, like, you know how conspiracy theories or fan theories get about, like, movies where it's like, hey, this is what I think was happening kind of thing. So he kind of lays it out. And it really kind of gets, like, in detail and interesting. I found this a while ago, and I screenshotted it. So yeah.
I get what you mean. For the longest time on Game of Thrones, I thought Tyrion was gonna I thought he was gonna bed one of the dragons. I did. I was like, this guy, he's going for dragons. Like, he's exploring uncharted space. Bless this man.
That would have made that series at the end.
I know how to bring all the kingdoms together as he. It's like dragon and donkey from Shrek having kids. Like, Dragonborn, Skyrim, boom, Rodon starts.
Oh, there you go. I will say that if this is a simulation and Skynet or the Matrix is listening to me,
they're really
right
shitting
now,
on you. Right
this is a shitty simulation.
Okay. Step up your game.
I couldn't fall asleep last night because my whole leg felt like it was on fire. Just my left leg. This is your simulation? You guys suck. Like,
2 out of 10 would not play again.
Like, you know, it couldn't just be something like, you know, and I'm not asking for a lot, you know, I'm not like saying, hey, simulation, throw in like 3 ladies on me, we're good. I'm just like, hey, maybe make my left leg not feel like it's on fire. So if it is a simulation,
step it up.
This must be a trial run, a beta, if you will.
Oh, not even the beta, it's the alpha.
Yeah, it's definitely pre-release. We'll see. We'll contact.
Hold on, we haven't gotten to Brad yet. What's Brad's?
We'll contact Agent Smith and see where this is going. But all right, Brad.
I don't really have a theory either on this one.
All right.
Do you have a theory?
I feel like I can't just because I've read through this already.
Here's my theory. I think the world did end 2012. The world as we know it. But I don't believe it's a simulation.
Okay.
Are we like in a dream state or like heaven or something like that?
No, I think the world is still going, but that's kind of the problem.
Like
we died, but nobody
like it
told
was
us.
you know, it's like it was supposed to end, and like, you know, that was like the natural order, and then somehow, some way, whatever, it didn't, and so we're kind of stuck in this weird mess. Like
slowly things are like decaying and going.
I mean, the whole world just kind of seems like a big old shit show right now. Like, doesn't it? I mean, and maybe I'm the only one with that thought, but like, what is there, like 7 billion people? I highly doubt I'm the only one with that thought. But I'm just saying that, like,
there's a bunch of people in Africa. They're like, it's pretty good. It's pretty good for me. I don't have any food, but fuck it.
My leg doesn't burn.
At least I can sleep at night. Okay. The world just seems kind of like jacked, right?
Damn it. That was so much better than what I was going to say. I was going to go, Toto's song is pretty sick. Africa? Yeah, this is a sweet song. No, what you said was later.
I just don't believe, like, it doesn't matter if it's like, you know, because some people, you know, are highly religious, some are none at all, some are a mix, whatever. There's like a ton of different religions, right? Every single religion since the dawn of time has always spoke about the world essentially ending at some point. No matter what religion, whatever culture, doesn't matter. I mean, even back to like Norse times, you know, they believed in Ragnarok. You know, you got like literally every single, I mean, you could literally go through all of them except for like, you know, probably like Buddhism. They're kind of just like, whatever, brah. Like, just take care of you.
They're just
I'll take care of me.
They're constantly getting like brought back. Too,
yeah,
so
there's kind of like a
they're
weird.
just in a wheel.
Yeah. So, but besides that, right? And I don't know. Maybe I think maybe it was supposed to end, but it just didn't.
Gotcha.
For whatever reason.
Like Armageddon fucked up.
Yeah,
Someone
kind of.
forgot to press the button.
Yeah.
They're just up there.
Shit, I missed it!
It's
Now
in
we
a
gotta wait
beta.
to 3012.
Yeah, it's in a beta trial
Yeah.
of Armageddon. We'll see how it goes.
I mean,
That is the shittiest thing too. Is like this is Armageddon.
Yeah.
It's just them. It's just everything's a little bit shittier.
It's the equivalent of ordering a sandwich with no tomatoes, but they put tomatoes on there and pickles. And you're like, fuck!
God, that reminds me of I had one from Jeremy. Apparently Jeremy, who's another one of our mutual friends that we used to live with, every time he went to a fast food restaurant, his entire life was getting hit. Everyone else's order would be correct and his would be wrong.
God,
for no
it's a shitty
reason.
superpower.
And it's just the shittiest thing for him. But the one that he liked to specifically talk about was he went to a Jack in the Box and ordered a chicken sandwich, and he was like, I don't want tomatoes on it. And the only thing they put on it, there was no condiments, no lettuce, anything like. The only thing they put on it was one tomato.
Tomato only.
That's messing with him at that point.
I think so too.
That's super shitty.
Ugh.
I hate that. Or it's like the people that's like, I just want cheese, and so they just get a bun and cheese, no meat, no condiments, no nothing, just cheese. It's like,
I've not seen that. That sounds like a fucking skit.
yeah, no, exactly. Because it's like, hey, I want a hamburger, but just cheese, and so that's what they gave it to them.
a slice of cheese.
A slice of cheese between two buns. It's an expensive grilled cheese sandwich.
Sounds like that's what you used to eat there.
I did. Yeah, grew up pretty poor.
It's a pretty good one.
You don't know living until you've had a cheese sandwich.
Sandwich?
Oh yeah, that's what we call them.
Yeah, they weren't sandwiches. They weren't poor. They weren't rich enough to be able
We
to
couldn't afford the N and the D. Or the W, really.
Yeah.
sandwich.
Okay. You guys ready to get your minds blown? Like we're Tenacious D.
All right, let's see.
Wait, I thought Tenacious D specifically blew other people's minds, not that they got their own minds blown.
No, I'm Tenacious D in this aspect. I'm Jack Black. And Kyle Gass. I'm Tenacious D.
You're both. Got it.
Yep. Alright. So, Nick is the guy who wrote this. Nick Hinton. Ooh, maybe he's hinting to something.
Should you have said his last name?
Shit.
Now people will know who it is.
Oh no, I should also not say it's at Nick Hinton with two N's.
Oh, two N's. I see. I would have gotten it wrong. I would have done one N.
Yeah, I mean, we've outed a lot of people with last names like Radon Records. We have a rule book of like how people should be, where it's like if you borrow a car, take it back with a full tank of gas. Like it's rules that everyone should live by, kind of thing.
Okay.
Out of just respect. Listen to the episode of the podcast; you'll love it.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Plugging your own podcast.
Yes.
Podcast. You piece of shit.
It's a bit faux pas.
If you're not already listening, you should go back and listen to my podcast.
Yeah, where it all started with the introduction of Mike and Brad, and then follow up with our most popular episodes.
Wait till we make a video and we're just wearing our own gear.
Would we be sellouts at that point?
To ourselves?
Yeah, we sold out to us.
They made us an offer we couldn't refuse.
Alright. I've wanted to talk about this subject for a while now. The other day I had a random urge to look into it again and read some old stuff. You know, just for fun. Ever since then, I've noticed other people talking about it again. But the strangest part is, I cannot find anything online about it anymore. Like I said, you can find people talking about it casually or joking about it, but I cannot find any of the in-depth material I had read before. This has actually been really frustrating for me because I have nothing to refresh my memory while writing this. I found a few things here and there that are helping me piece the puzzle together again, but I know there used to be so much more out there. I can't even remember the first time I've heard this theory, but it's become somewhat of a meme. I did find a video of Max Lan, the child genius.
Oh, sorry. Continue. Go ahead. Continue.
I will.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Shh.
I do want to say that it hasn't gotten any better.
I know. Literally, the next part is when it.
No, I was saying you reading it hasn't gotten any better.
Oh.
How many times have you actually read this whole tweet?
Once, and that was a while ago. That was back in September.
All right.
At least.
Damn it, Dane! I want my mind to be blown.
Right. I'll stop.
Okay.
If it's not, we'll get strippers.
Okay. Cool.
So it works out either way. Is that what we're saying?
Well, yeah, we want you guys to come back onto the podcast. Plus, it's on Brad's penny, so you know.
How do strippers work for a podcast? It's like strippers on the radio. Doesn't even fucking make any sense. How does that help anyone?
There's a lot more of noises.
A lot of grunting.
It's like
those like tennis noise.
or yeah, onomatopoeias. A lot more of those. All right, YouTube. Touch on this theory, but I don't think he's the first to talk about it. I think originally it was some girl. All right, thanks for that insight. So, did the world actually end in 2012? Well, it was the year scientists at CERN finally found the Higgs boson, who, the particle Stephen Hart. Okay.
I've got you in your head now. That's the problem here. So I'm just gonna keep messing with you.
I think I'll incorporate popcorn reading where I'll go, Brad, popcorn Brad.
Fuck, didn't we talk about popcorn?
Yeah, last time. Because I hated it so much. I'm like, please don't pick on me.
And Mike. And Mike.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I love that. Okay, the Higgs boson, the particle Stephen Hawking.
God, I cannot do it.
It's only
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking. Okay. The particle Stephen Hawking predicted could destroy the universe, or, in his own words, cause the universe to undergo a catastrophic vacuum decay.
Except in more of a robot voice.
What would happen if we destroyed the universe? Would we know? Maybe CERN accidentally created a black hole that sucked us in without us even noticing. And we've just been living in it. Some physicists actually believe this is possible. There's the old cliche argument that nothing has felt right since 2012. I agree with this. Maybe it has something to do with growing up and getting older. But ever since then, it seems like the world descends more and more into chaos each day. Time even feels faster. Kind of like what Spencer was hinting at. There's some sort of calamity happening almost daily. Mass shootings only stay in the headlines for like 12 hours now. Did we all die and go to hell? I don't really believe that, but some people do. Maybe we're in a similar situation to the characters in The Good Place, the NBC show.
Can you give us a synopsis of that show?
Yeah.
I want you to read the entire wiki.
I'm half tempted to go to do what you guys are asking me to do.
We really had to fill up the times.
Yeah. Like I've said before, I think we live in a series of simulations. Perhaps the universe was destroyed by CERN, and our collective consciousness was moved into a parallel universe next door. It would be almost identical. In fact, there are people out there who are reporting small differences in this reality, and the one they remember before 2012 this is a phenomenon.
Words? Did you stop on this?
Well,
That was what got you?
no, because how it goes, it says, in fact, there are people out there who are reporting small differences in this reality, and the one they remember before 2012. This is a phenomenon often referred to as the Mandela effect. Below is one of the most famous Mandela effects.
Berenstein Bears.
Berenstein Bears, how it's spelled.
Berenstain and Berenstein, yeah.
Yeah. Some people remember...
Wait, what?
Some people remember it spelled like an AI. Some people remember it spelled Steen, as in like the Jewish
EI.
way of spelling it. Yeah.
How... Okay, let's test this. So you haven't heard about this?
No.
Okay.
Have you heard about this? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Have you seen this?
How would you spell Berenstein?
I wouldn't. I'd spell it crocodile and move on.
If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance. Okay.
So here's pictures. There's it spelled with A-I-N, and then here's it spelled E-I-N.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to EINs, so I don't really remember.
You racist. You and going against EINs.
That's the debate, right? Whether the E and the I have switched places. Some people remember it this way. Some
No,
people
there's an
No,
A.
A or E.
Oh, A or E.
A-I-N, or is it E-I-N? Berenstein or Berenstein?
That is not
That-
right at all.
Steen or Stain.
Yeah.
Berenstein or Berenstein. It sounded very, very like posh when you said it.
I know, I fucked up. I don't read too good. So,
Not
I
gonna-
remember
not
the
gonna comment
Bears.
on that one.
I remember the Bears.
okay.
But that's about the end of it.
Okay, good.
I'm so
Well, let's
glad
get back
we-
on the original
So glad
topic.
we could stop in the middle of all of it.
Some people remember Febreze rather than Febreze, which basically it's that's spelled F-E-B-R-E-Z-E instead of Breeze, B-R-E-E-Z-E. So they drop an E.
I always remember with the two E's.
I do too.
Yeah.
So 3 out of the 4 people here.
Say you're full of shit.
Well, it's actually spelled B-R-E-Z-E. There's no
Don't
two
lie.
E's.
Don't lie.
Don't you lie to us.
Don't lie.
Don't
Look
you
at
lie to this
Look
mob.
at that, Brett. Look
Somebody
up
get us a
Febreze.
bottle of Febreze.
Some people remember Skechers instead of Skechers, so they drop a T
Mad
instead.
Nye. Nice.
Stop. Which one do you think it is? Skechers with a T or Skechers?
I had Skechers with a T. That's what I remember.
It's not. It's no T.
It's pronounced wheelies.
I think you mean Adidas.
That is kind of weird, though.
Yeah. Same thing with Looney Tunes instead of Looney Tunes, as in like iTunes or Tunes, T-O-O-N, or is it T-U-N-E-S?
I thought it was Tunes, T-U-N-E-S. Looney Tunes.
That's what I remember too.
Yeah, it's T-U-N-E-S.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
J.C. Penney instead of J.C. Penney with E. I know.
How many more of these does he have?
This is the
well-
whole article.
Well,
Remember all these things?
I mean, funny. The next line says this. The list goes on,
Okay,
So-
perfect.
so it ends. But yeah. So basically, is it E-Y or is it just Y? So.
For what, J.C. Penney?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just the Y. I didn't think there was an E-Y.
Nope. E-Y.
It is an E-Y.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't shop there. Don't hold that against me.
It sounds like he's trying to convince us he doesn't shop there. I don't shop there.
I don't
Let's
shop there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't look into my credentials.
So the list goes on. If these don't look or feel right to you, you're not alone. The name comes from Nelson Mandela, who many people
Or Nelson
believed.
Mandela, as we all know him in the other universe.
Yeah. The universe, I'm fucking up. Many believe to have died in prison in the 80s. However, to many people's surprise,
No, he didn't die.
his funeral was national news in 2013, and he had lived a long and happy life.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, do you have an update on the Febreze and the Febreze?
Yeah, it first came out with 2 E's. They changed it to 1 E.
Okay.
So we're all right.
I remember when
We've
IHOP
beaten the
used to be
simulation.
He's
I
right.
also think that's real with the bear books too. Like they started it spelling one way and then changed the spelling.
Right.
And then halfway, and then they were just like,
We're just not going to tell
"Fuck
anybody.
it, we're not going to tell anyone."
Yeah.
Imagine years down the road,
They
they'll
just
invent
changed
something
editors.
called Google. And people will be really confused about this.
Yeah, nobody has actually looked up the history of it because nobody cares. They just want the outrage. So, Mandela effects get much creepier, though. Some people remember the Statue of Liberty being in a totally different location, that location being Ellis Island. It's actually on Liberty Island.
Wait, it's not in California?
Wait, it's not in Las Vegas? Here's a painting clearly depicting the statue of Ellis Island with no other islands nearby. Was the artist just not paying attention? Did he just like it better this way?
Or did
LOL.
he have no idea what he was doing?
Yeah, I really don't think so.
He
But,
was trying to get a payday.
but yeah, so
He was like, "Here's a payment."
there's the statue, and then that's the statue of Ellis Island, not Liberty Island. Yet the Statue of Liberty is right there. Weird. Mind blown? Probably
Not
not.
yet.
Now, if that's not strange enough, if you go on Google Maps Street View, there's a few specific areas of Liberty Island where the Statue of Liberty is just gone. Residue from the previous timeline. And it shows a picture. I don't know what.
Can you zoom
I
in
was
for
gonna say,
that for the audience?
For the audience, I don't see any Statue of Liberty there at all.
Or residue.
The idea that there's just like, ew, time residue.
like Bill Murray?
Yeah.
Ghostbusters? Like, ah.
Goddamn time cops.
The account uploading these strange pictures goes by the username of Augusti. Augusti?
August.
August.
That's what I was hoping. That is so what I was hoping for. But actually, and it worked so perfectly.
Listen,
Augusti.
I'm just so
Augusti?
nervous that Dane
No,
is here
that's just August.
because he critiques me on everything. I hate it.
I think Mike's gonna join me in my burning hatred.
I'm gonna get like a stutter because of this. Because
The
of
thing
you,
is, he's
Dane.
really trying to work on that change of
Yeah.
destiny from you killing to Mike killing him.
That's change of destiny. That's good.
We're gonna show up both in leotards. I'm gonna put Dest. He's gonna have any.
It's just like,
But it's really spelt wrong.
Really bad.
Yeah.
do you remember how this used to be spelled? As you run it.
Mandela effect, bitches. All right. The pictures. Okay. The account.
You're telling me he doesn't laugh this hard when I'm not here? Are you doing this?
No, he doesn't. Okay, the account uploading these strange pictures goes by the username Augustus.
August.
Alright. Let me take that again. By the username of don't know.
Move on. Let it die.
Okay. I'll just go with the. I'll go with the last name. Bartholdi.
There we go.
How is that easier for you to say?
Because this guy has an E at the end of August, and I don't know why I was just thinking like Augustus Gloop from Willy Wonka. Okay. That's the designer of Lady Liberty herself. The account also sports his pictures from the 1800s. He's Google approved. Fun fact.
That's a fun fact.
Fun fact.
Google.
Apparently, right before the United States' entry into World War I, the Germans committed the first act of terrorism on U.S. soil. It was considered one of the largest artificial non-nuclear explosions to have ever occurred. I'm wondering why I didn't hear about this in school. So anyways...
So glad we could have that segue.
Well...
It's such a weird thing to, mid-article, I wish I would have went fishing that summer. Anyways, the world ended.
So I hope you know, there was a point for that last paragraph, but he has a bad segue into it. So he goes, so anyways, this explosion is the reason the Statue of Liberty's torch is closed to the public. It's even closed for over 100 years. There's only one problem though, people remember going there. Then there's these pictures I found taken from the torch, but just look at the user's profile pictures. Creepy. Were they time travelers?
I don't know. I can't see the pictures, Mike.
Yeah, I forgot to save the pictures. But, there's
People up there?
Yeah.
By the exploded flame.
No.
Oh.
So wait, I thought they were taking pictures from the flame. They're not taking pictures up into the flame?
From the flame.
Okay.
But it's been closed for a long time.
But
So
they're up there, selfie.
Yeah. Yeah, people are taking pictures up there.
Cool.
I don't think selfies were invented yet. That was a 2015 thing. 2016?
What were they called then?
Pretty sure before that.
How did we live our lives?
You did.
You didn't.
Because
You
we're
had
in a
no idea
simulation.
what you looked like before.
But there's even tourist reviews of the Statue of Liberty. It's saying oh, I've been up there, and stuff like that.
They're all full of shit. They're all liars.
Yeah.
They just want publicity.
Yeah.
Publicity.
Publicity. It's based off our names.
Such a good show.
Oh.
Check it out.
What show?
Kroll Show.
Kroll Show.
They just do a bunch of skits. Oh, we're off topic. Can we?
Okay. Nick Kroll.
Nick Kroll, yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Yeah. No doubt.
Cool. No doubt.
Anyways,
This explosion.
back to the explosion. Anyways, there's also this weirdo Twitter account at Statue Ellis FDN, which makes no mention of Liberty Island at all, and sports a creepy banner photo of people walking upstairs that lead to nothing. And it's a Statue of Liberty Ellis Island Foundation is what its full title is. It's a collection of Facebook photos where people have tagged their location at Statue of Liberty Ellis Island. However, the people are posing in front of and staring at nothing. It's really unsettling. So basically, Statue of Liberty, not where it's supposed to be.
Or it's just a bunch of people posing in front of nothing to fuck with everyone.
Or more likely, night goblins, right?
Skynet, of course.
Night goblins, they come in the middle of the night, they jack the goddamn Statue of Liberty, but halfway through they realize we don't got a place to hide this, so they just drop it off at Liberty Island instead. Nobody's the wiser. We all just forgot that, they're like, no, it's not at Ellis Island, it's at Liberty Island. What are we gonna do?
That was so left field. Takes me by surprise. Or, he was so dead serious, deadpan about, or, hear me out.
Hear me
Night
out.
goblins.
Guys, hear me out.
Clearly
It's okay.
night
Hear me
goblins.
out.
Okay? Alright.
Holy shit. It's time bandits.
Can we just start blaming things on night goblins now?
You don't?
Yeah. Ever since I went to the shop, yeah. Where there are real night goblins that run.
Gotta keep an eye on them. They're crafty.
Spencer
Real
gets a
crafty.
girl pregnant and he's like, night goblins. This is the night goblins.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I want a paternity test. I guarantee you'll show up as night goblin.
Go on Maori and it's like, I'm sorry, you are not the father. The DNA shares like 50% of night goblins.
And then like literally some night goblin like is all upset, like flipping his chair, walking out of Mari's all pissed. I'm startled.
Because now night goblins are real.
They always were. We just needed proof, Mike.
Did I tell you my night goblin story from the shop? You might have been there when that actually happened.
Well,
So we have a glass front door, and at the shop, and people will sometimes chain their bikes out in front of it.
yeah. I think I did hear this one actually.
And we're doing, I don't remember exactly why we were there, but we were there late at night, so it's like 1 a.m. We were finishing up like an inventory or something like that. And I just see this guy walk up. He's like, his car comes in and he's like diagonal in the parking spots. And he just comes up and just starts like shaking at the bike. He's just like shaking at it. And I like walk over and he looks up. Starts just continue shaking. And I was like, I open the door a little bit. What are you doing? Oh, is this your bike? No. But it's obviously not your bike.
As bolt cutters slip out of his pants.
What? And then he just was like, huh! And like just got in his car and ran away. I was just like, what the fuck did I just see? Why would he just do that? He just walks up like, I'm going to steal this particular bike out in front of this store.
What an asshole. Also, I love that you called him a night goblin.
That's a night goblin.
That was always our term for unsavory
Crackheads.
folks of the night. Yeah, crackheads mostly. I can't tell you how many people I've had to kick out of our dumpster. Legitimately. Like,
No, it's bad.
Yell at, like... To give you just a quick thing, to try to stop it, because we got tired of yelling at them, we had them put a bear bar on the garbage can. For people who don't know what that is, that's like in Alaska, they use that to keep polar bears and grizzlies out of the garbages. Put a bear bar on our dumpster to keep people out. They still get in the dumpster. They're still in the dumpster every day. We still kick them out of the dumpster all the time. They have learned a way that the bears have not.
They're always incredulous about it too. We'd be like, "Hey, get out of my dumpster!"
And they're like,
and they'll be like, "What? I'm just grabbing these things.
It's just garbage." Like, yeah, it's ridiculous.
How did I get in this dumpster?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
People are assholes, but not bears.
But not bears.
They
Not
are
Berenstein bears, anyways.
Or Bearstein.
Berenstein.
The best part is I get so excited, like, this is gonna be great, and then I'm like, damn it, I fucked it up. So
If
annoying.
it makes you feel better, Mike, it makes everyone laugh harder.
I know.
Than the actual joke.
I know it does make me feel a little bit better. Well, anyways,
That's why we keep you around.
Hey, we're going to get through this article one day. We need to just tone it down.
well, by the way, that's the transition is, well, anyways.
I love that.
A while back, there was a viral thread on 4chan posted by someone who claimed to be one of the 23 scientists at CERN responsible for creating the Mandela effect. They claimed the planet was destroyed and we were placed in a simulated world. However, the thing I thought was most interesting was that whoever this person was described reality as being like a set of Russian dolls, where there are worlds nestled within one another, or like we've talked about, simulations within simulations. And then there's a GIF of Russian nesting dolls.
In case you don't know what they are. Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, no. You know, this guy is thorough on his.
Well,
his
anyways.
Well, anyways,
No doubt.
the idea of simulations within simulations, or a multiverse, Rick and Morty, is not something new. It has been a part of Eastern philosophy since the 3rd century. A quote by Alan Watts illustrates it perfectly. Imagine a multi-dimensional spider's web in the early morning covered with dewdrops, and every dewdrop contains the reflection of all the other dewdrops, and in each reflected dewdrop...
Say dewdrop again. Say dewdrop again, motherfucker.
the reflections of all the other dewdrops in that reflection, and so ad finite. Infinite?
Infinite?
Infinite.
Infinite? Is
Infinitum.
Infinitum?
Infinitium.
Ad infinitum.
So ad infinitum.
Yeah. As far as I'm losing the syllables, he's gaining more.
I pick up the ones he drops.
Okay, can you say that word again, Spencer?
No. Alright, ad infinitum. There you go. You can add like 8 I's in there.
Alright. Oh, okay.
Please tell me that's actually what was in the... Oh! Okay!
No, because it's Twitter, he had to break it down. So the quote continues in the next thing. So, ad infinitum, that is the Buddhist conception of the universe in an image.
I like that you paused for effect there, only for there to be no sound whatsoever.
Cool.
This also reminds me of the Turtles All the Way Down myth. The story that the world sits on the back of a turtle.
Okay.
That was just a really weird way to say
Reminds
it.
me of the turtles way
All
down
the
there.
way down.
All the way down, the turtles.
Many turtles.
Listen, I'm so glad I'm reading this in front of you three. This is great.
Turtles upon turtles upon turtles, man.
Cool.
No doubt.
And every dewdrop contains the reflection of all the other dewdrops and the reflections of the dewdrops. Dewdrop. World sits on the back of a turtle who's standing on a larger turtle who's standing on an even larger turtle.
Like
Russian
turtles.
nesting dolls, yes.
You get the idea.
Wink.
But anyways,
But anywho.
Are you sure you don't want to talk more about turtles on top of turtles on top of turtles?
no, but there is a picture of turtles.
Oh, wow.
Dude, look at all those turtles.
So
on
you
top.
get the idea. Like, it's not just words anymore. It's a picture.
It's almost like those words mean something now, man.
But anyways,
Okay.
it says it.
Okay.
Besides the Mayans, there were some other people who predicted 2012 would be the end. One of these people was Terence McKinnon. Well, he didn't necessarily believe 2012 would be the end, but he predicted there would be some reality rearranging event. He made this prediction using his time wave zero formula, which supposedly mathematically decodes the King-Wen sequence of the I Ching.
You chose an article with a lot of really hard words.
Like August?
Yeah. The hardest of all.
So, anyways.
About this explosion of the I Ching into something that graphs the fractal patterns of history. And there's a picture of a graph.
Is it a fractal?
It's one of the many. The graph. God damn it. I swear to God, this is because of you, Dane. You're getting a fucking stutter from this shit. The graph culminates.
Mike was never the same.
The graph culminates
He's
in a
perfect when he's not reading.
the graph culminates.
Yeah, see, you can
into
do it.
a singularity. In a singularity point of infinite complexity. To better understand this concept, you can imagine a tape wrapped up in a spiral like you find inside a VHS tape. Time goes round and round in smaller and smaller loops until eventually it runs out. And there's a picture.
This guy really likes pictures.
Yeah.
Especially pieces of tape that are wrapped around each other.
Is there another meaning to the end of time? Preston B. Nichols, a supposed whistleblower who wrote books detailing time travel.
I don't know why. It's so funny. It's a funny name. I don't know why.
Preston B. Nichols?
Yeah.
You beat Preston these Nichols. And the Nichols is boobs.
Oh my God.
It works all the way up until it doesn't.
Yeah. Preston B. Nichols, a supposed whistleblower who wrote books detailing time travel experiments at the Montauk Air Force Base, claimed that they were never able to time travel past 2012 because they could find no future beyond it.
Okay, so hold up. Pause.
Okay.
They're saying that they can time travel, but they can't after 2012?
Yes.
By Preston B. Nichols,
Uh-huh.
who's a whistleblower
Uh-huh.
for the Montauk Air Base.
Yes.
He wrote a book about it.
And he wrote a book about it. Okay, just making sure we were all there.
He's got to put the.
paragraphs.
It's like he had to put the turtles on top of the turtles.
Turtles, dewdrops, dewdrops. Cool.
Can I ask how long the rest of this fucking article is?
Because if we're like a third in,
Okay. We're almost done.
Okay, we're almost done.
all right.
According to him, there was a very abrupt wall there with nothing on the other side. Whether he's a crackpot or not, what I find interesting is he did this interview in 2014. Like, it's just a strange thing to say considering you've already made it past that date. Right? Yeah?
Right. Oh.
Stranger Things and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind are actually both loosely based on those supposed experiments. There's also a theory floating around.
What?
What? What?
This made no fucking sense to me. I've watched both of those things. Neither of them have to do with like multiverse or time travel.
What were they again?
Stranger Things and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Well, Eternal Spotshine came. That's Mandela. That's not real.
So hear me out. Night Goblins.
And Stranger Things, that's about the like upside down bullshit.
Yeah.
Other dimension shit. Like the reflection of our dimension, but it's all dark and creepy.
Well, he's saying that, like, the experiments. Like,
Oh my God, night goblins. That's where they come from. The upside down.
Upside down.
Oh my God, he's on to something.
We solved it.
Okay.
He's saying that, like, the experiments that he's done are loosely based off the experiments they've done at the Air Force Base.
Okay.
Mantua.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, I know where you're at then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt. Cool beans. There's also a theory floating around that we've reached the end of history. The end of history is a philosophical idea that has been talked about by such notable figures as Hegel, Marx, and most recently, Francis.
I swear to God, if it's August again.
No, but
No,
just,
what I want is the video of that moment right there. That's all I want for people to see in the podcast. Is just you going.
because it reminded me of Austin Powers when the two Japanese twins come up and they're like, fuck me, fuck you.
Yeah.
Because it's Fukuyama. It's Fukuyama. So Fukuyama? Fukuyama? So Francis, fuck your mother.
He looks like smiling. Yeah.
That's exactly.
That's a guy you don't introduce to your mom.
That's a picture of a guy who's fucked your mother. Yes, I am Francis, fuck your mother. Oh god, that's funny. Anyways.
Anyways, explosions.
At the end of history, events still happen, but humanity has reached the end of its social culture evolution. This theory has nothing to do with time travel or simulations, but rather the stagnation of human progress. I just find it fitting that people think this is happening. It kind of fits the dream-like purgatory theme. It's the theory I find most when trying to research the topic of the world having already ended. If you think fourth dimensionally or beyond linear time, we could say that the universe has already ended the moment it began. The end was set in stone. Perhaps the universe is in a constant cycle of expanding and contracting, the Big Bang and Big Crunch happening over and over, and our souls are just taking a ride on the cosmic Ferris wheel. Thanks for reading. Whoo boy.
How long did that take us to get through that article?
It was like 40 minutes.
Yeah, it was a long
It was
time.
like 40 minutes, I think. For like a 5-minute read.
Hey, but we had fun.
We had
That
fun.
was a good time.
We came, we saw, we conquered.
By the way, this guy is
Let's cut that.
this guy is a artist, writer, musician, and philosopher. Apparently,
I mean, you can say you're anything.
Wait, what did he claim to be again?
artist, writer, musician, philosopher. At the Fetum Project.
Seems like a hippie.
See, that's the fun part too. Is you can just claim to be a
Yeah.
philosopher.
I'm a
Just be
philosopher.
like, I'm a philosopher,
Hey.
and they can't disprove the fact that you're a philosopher.
Yeah.
They also can't disprove the fact that you're an artist, a musician,
Or a writer.
A
Anybody writes, so.
I'll say I've written 4 screenplays.
He's wrote 4 screenplays. He's a
can-
writer.
and he can barely read.
I went right into that.
I'm sorry.
Mike, join me, and together we can kill Dane.
With Dest and Knee.
Yours will actually just be a picture of a knee.
You don't have to laugh at that. He's
Well,
not.
That's his weak point is knees, though.
It just feels soothing. It just feels soothing because of it. I have 2 really bad knees, and so
Of course, it has to be. A knee. It's a low blow, even for Dane.
That's me, blowing low.
Blowing low. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So after that incredible article,
That's a fucking journey, is what that was.
that was a magical journey.
Yeah, basically, some books were spelled wrong about bears.
We don't know where the Statue of Liberty is.
Yeah.
At the end of it, I feel more confused than I
People claim it's on Ellis Island. Others say it's Liberty Island.
It might be easier for us just to tell them what we know.
Vegas.
Turtles on top of each other.
Turtles on turtles on turtles. Yeah.
Turtles on turtles and turtles, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Dewdrops and dewdrops.
Dewdrops and dewdrops. Refracting dewdrops on dewdrops.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh god, what was the name of the whistleblower? That last-
Peter B. Nicholson.
Nicholson. That's the best name.
Peter B. Nicholson.
I want that to be the actual name, but I know it's not right.
Pretty sure
Preston B. Nichols.
Ah, so close.
You be Preston Nichols.
God
D's Nichols.
I really think that with
and Francis, fuck you, mother.
yeah. As long as we take those 4 things out of this article, like, what else do we need?
I feel like we got nowhere with the whole with the whole like, are we simulations? And I don't remember him talking about any simulations. You were full blown like Matrix simulation going into this.
Basically, what he is saying is that the world ended at 2012.
2012,
right?
Yeah, got that.
But we are now in a simulation that is continuously going, but it's still chaotic. That like events are happening, trying to fill in what should be happening, but since the world has ended, you kind of know where I'm going at. Like, it's
but that's not really
chaos.
that's not really like a Matrix simulation. It sounded like they were talking more of like what is that, like, multiverse shit?
Like we just got knocked into another universe.
Yeah.
Or absorbed or whatever the hell. Somehow we like collide.
Yeah, convergence into something.
And that's why he can't time travel anymore, because there's nothing.
Right.
But we're something.
We're somewhere.
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 So, I guess, how do we feel about that?
I was too busy making jokes to actually pay attention. If I'm honest. That's how I got through school, too.
So, none of us feel anything. Wow. We've gotten real nihilistic. Real quick, we've gone nihilist.
He's a nihilist. That sounds exhausting.
Oh, like nihilist Arby's?
What?
Is that a nihilist Arby's?
Is that like a Mandela thing?
No, it's a Twitter thing. Hold on. It's a Twitter thing. This guy has a Twitter account called Nihilist Arby's, where he's like, hey, have a good day out there. Even though nothing is real, nothing matters. Everyone dies at the end. Eat Arby's.
Oh.
And that's how like he ends stuff. Is like he says something so like
out there,
and then he goes, enjoy Arby's or pick up Arby's.
Grab an Arby's.
Yeah.
What is an Arby's?
Grab an Arby's. I don't know why that's...
So how do you feel about all this, Mike? Since this is the article you chose.
You specifically wanted to talk about this. Why with us specifically, I don't know.
For this moment, really. Because, like, he's asked me existential questions now.
Yeah.
Of stuff. But,
Yeah.
Dane, I just thought you would be, like, you would bring good humor to it.
I think that's what I did, Mike.
Yeah. No, you for sure did. Listen, we achieved our goals today.
All right.
Okay.
The problem is I didn't run away from destiny.
Well,
yet.
I didn't escape destiny.
You don't have to get in the car with him.
Yes, you do.
As Spencer
Then I'm just-
death rolls you.
But
But-
I'm just here.
But
then I'm just here.
But
I don't know how well that's going to go for Brad. Brad, I don't have a car, so I live here now. Fucking give you a lift, goddamn.
okay, to answer your question, Spencer, I find it very interesting because I remember when 2012 was happening.
When it was 2012, yes.
Yeah, and the whole like movie coming out with John Cusack and stuff, and
What was that? Was that what was that movie?
2012.
Was it really called that? Wow.
Some sort of Mandela
Jesus!
effect. That's not-
Yeah, it came out in 2011.
The day after tomorrow, yeah.
That was all.
That's another end of the world.
Another
movie.
end of the world movie.
I feel like it's by the same person.
It is by the same person.
I was saying, I feel like it's by the same person. But anyway, I just find it super interesting because it's kind of like the Y2K thing. Like, there's speculation on Y2K and all that. But the same thing with 2012, where back in 2011, when people were freaking out about the Mayan calendar, and I mean, it didn't have the force that Y2K had, but still 2012 people freaked out about it. And I was like, 2012, like, we're gonna see 2013 and go and beyond.
Well, okay, a part of that though is in Y2K we were still basically chimpanzees.
We didn't evolve until the year 2000.
When I was a kid, I remember the Y2K scare, right? And everybody was like freaking out. And I remember even me being a kid, I was like, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, we're really worried that, like, our computers can't, like, they can't go up one more digit. Like, the world's going to end if we're going to be reverted back. And everyone was freaking out. I remember that. People were, like, buying up canned goods. There's people that literally, like, moved to, like, mountains and stuff and, like, never heard of it again.
Yeah, I absolutely remember that, too.
Yeah, it was, like, a huge thing. It was, like, everybody was really freaked out. Well, one...
If you're hearing this, you are part of the resistance.
I want to clarify, guys, for just a moment. Let's get real.
Not all of you are part of the resistance.
There's only a select few of you. We don't incorporate everybody.
Like night goblins.
Yeah, night goblins, you are not part of the resistance. You never will be. Give up. Okay, so a couple of things happened. One, we were still chimpanzees. It was kind of our first, like, in my opinion, besides, like, you know, obviously, like, nuclear war, right?
Right.
It was kind of the only other thing that wasn't really war-based. That was, like, the first, like, we're going to die this way. Like, this is how we, like, revert technology, right? Because everyone was kind of scared at how quickly we were moving in technology and how much we were becoming reliant. And now, at this point, we're just like, we don't care, right? We're like, hell... You can make me a robotic arm that can do everything. I'll chop off my arm right now. That's kind of where we're at right now. Like anything, like we don't care. Like technology is fine, but back then we didn't. Since then, we've had like legit like every day it seems like new end of the world theories.
Yep.
Almost every day. Like, you know, oh, this is gonna happen, yada yada yada. I think that's why no one cared that much for 2012. Because, I mean, it's kind of like you just get desensitized, right? Like, after, you know, your 10th doomsday, you're kind of like, well,
not
is it going to end?
Odds are we're
or
fine.
am I still having to go to work tomorrow? Right. Probably work. I'm going to go to bed. So,
and my leg hurts.
So you can't just be out there chainsawing.
Yeah, Obama's full of shit. No, there's no change, you know. I think the doomsday thing, that's why we don't, like, care as much. Now, the thing about the 2012 thing is I think that it could potentially be true, but I don't think anywhere that it said anything about cataclysmic, right? It just said that's when it was going to end, right? So it could be something, you know, it could be like the whole, you know, like they talk about, like Jurassic Park, right? The butterfly effect, right? You know, butterfly flaps its wings in Japan, and then Florida gets hit with a hurricane, right? So it could be something like that, where like it technically did start, right? The end of the world started 2012, but we don't know what that is. It could take years for it to like come to fruition, right?
Right.
I think it's unavoidable and stupid to believe that the world is not going to end. The question is when. I mean, there's literally things in space that could kill us in like a blink of an eye, right?
Yeah,
I forget what it's
never even
called.
be able to see
I
it
forget what
coming.
it's called. There's one that's like some kind of weird, like, it's literally some ridiculous thing. It sounds like it's from a comic book. That's the only reason I can remember. Some ridiculous, it's like gamma ray quasar or something. But basically, a star is collapsing into like a pancake. Eventually, it gets to the point where it just shoots 2 rays out.
Yeah.
In any direction. Now, granted, yeah, the chances of one of those hitting us, pretty small. But if it ever did, it would literally wipe out the Earth in like a second.
Or
like we just be like, burp, done.
Or give us all superpowers.
Superpowers. Yeah.
Well, we're all banking on superpowers.
Right.
But I mean, there's just so many weird things that could kill us. I mean, we're so fragile, really.
Yeah.
You know, we build all this cool shit and we're like, yeah, look at us, we're high and mighty, but I mean, I'm kind of hoping, honestly, it's something really ridiculous. I'm kind of hoping it is something as ridiculous like Planet of the Apes. Terminator, you know, like I want to. If we're gonna go out as a species, I want to be something cool. Don't make it like famine, like
Have
all
some
of our
fun with it.
yeah, like don't make it like we all just starve to death or like winter, like forever winter that we just die. Like that's boring.
Unless it's like the flash freeze kind. I think that's the more interesting kind.
Dude.
Where it literally just like
I want to battle something. Give me like aliens. Like,
Dude,
that's
That's
what I
why
want to
people
do.
are hoping for like the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, it's like let's end the world that way.
Dude, crocodiles? Like street sharks kind of thing?
Yeah, okay,
Am I
so
right?
if crocodiles, like
if
you know,
they take over, Spencer's on the crocodile
yeah,
side.
like I'm a turncoat. I'm a double agent.
You're chained to the leader.
I'm
like
okay with
King
that.
K. Rule.
Kind of like Jabba the Hutt with Princess Leia. You know, like I'll be the Princess Leia.
That's your Princess Leia. Is he making you wear the bikini too?
Duh!
If he has,
absolutely.
If he has good taste.
If he knows anything about pop culture. Okay, so
we're really banking on this crocodile having a real good.
I mean, like that's the way we want to go out, but like I feel like it could be just something as like really like lame and slow.
A huge meteor.
Like slow and lame is what I'm worried about. It. I just want it to be quick, whatever it is. Like make it fast. Super volcano. Let me be in the incineration zone. I don't want to live through the ash fallout.
Yeah.
Like,
or you don't want to see the lava coming, going, oh no.
Yeah, I just want it to pop, and then I'm just like gone. Like,
Just fucking Pompeii.
Yeah.
Just...
yeah. Like I'll be like, peace, bro.
you have your Terminator moment as you're getting lowered into the lava.
That's what I want. That's all I'm hoping for. Because I think it's unrealistic to believe that it's not going to. I think it's more a matter of when, really. I mean, there's too many things that can go wrong, right? It's kind of amazing we've made it this far, if you ask me. I mean.
Yeah,
Shit.
2020 years, am I right?
Yeah, 2020.
If you're listening to this in the future.
It's a simulation, man.
If you're listening to this, you are part of the reason. Except for night goblins.
Yeah, night goblins.
Yeah, obviously not night goblins.
So, yeah, I don't know about...
Racist against night goblins, a thing that's not a real thing.
Yeah.
I don't know about simulations, though, you know? Because, like, that just seems like a whole lot of work for not enough squeeze,
God.
right?
How weird.
Like, even the Matrix, like, plot line, the whole movie plot line, was just like a big circle jerk of not really... Like, why would you do that? Like, that is so much more work than just coming up with a different way to generate heat, which is what the robots needed. They needed heat.
You know, yeah.
That's what they needed. They needed, like, our bodies, essentially. Our heat from our bodies for energy. It was some bullshit.
I thought we actually created electricity.
We created it?
Like that, like...
Well, yeah, we
like
created the robots.
Our bodies, like, had some sort of, like... They were using us as batteries.
Yeah, but that's fucking dumb.
I didn't say it wasn't dumb. I'm just
Like-
saying, if we're going to be upset about the movie, let's be upset
Okay,
about
fine.
the
Okay, it's
part
not the
of movie.
heat, it's electricity. Which we, you know, I'm just going to go out on a limb here. No humans today use other humans as batteries, and we all have electricity.
You haven't been to Gage's hometown, Alabama.
Okay. Fair. Most of the world is not using other humans as batteries, though. And we have electricity. It's like a widespread thing.
Well, you see what our problem is.
So why the fuck would robots need us for electricity?
It's
kind
kind of like
say we're starting to go back towards the Rick and Morty thing where a bunch of us are just starting to try and like make our own electricity by getting on fucking bikes and shit.
It's like it's like Monsters Incorporated, where it's like screams produce power, but laughter is more. What happens if humans produce a lot more electricity than like a hydro dam?
We don't.
That's a farce, and you know it.
I would say that Mike is right in the sense that we build the hydro dam, which then makes.
Oh, he's saying we specifically produce more electricity than a hydro
I mean, I'm
dam.
sorry. Have you ever worn wool socks and walked across a carpet?
I'll tell you right now, that's barely enough to power a light bulb.
Hey, man.
Why don't we just get thousands of potatoes, like just millions?
Yeah,
of
why are
potatoes
they
in that?
using humans instead of potatoes? They should just have potatoes.
I would argue we are pretty much potatoes.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. I think a lot of that stuff is kind of like silly. Even the Terminator thing, as much as I want that to be real, I want to fight robots till the end. Here's the thing.
In that universe, Skynet's already won.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. And also, like, why would I always find that funny. Like, that's always a topic that's brought up. Like, whenever there's like super advanced AI, it's like they're gonna kill us. And it's like 9 times out of 10, they're like, you're flawed. You kill each other already. So we're gonna kill you to stop you from killing yourself, kind of thing.
Ultron style.
Ultron style, Terminator style. I think they even did it on the Orville, which was Seth MacFarlane's Star Trek, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, they constantly recycle that one. Here's my quote: why would they care if they were so advanced, right? Why would they even give a shit?
Well, also,
why wouldn't they just be like, "You guys are stupid. Like, we're out." Like,
well, also, how easy would
We're
it
out,
be to
bitches.
just unplug them? Just like pull the cord, like.
well,
When
which
they're smart
theory
enough.
are you talking about?
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
of those are harder than others.
Yeah, I know there are.
Like Skynet, good luck, bro.
Yeah.
Good luck unplugging that router.
I do want there to just be a giant box that says Skynet on it. Like the fucking like the router box in South Park where they powered the whole internet.
Yeah.
It's just Skynet. Well, we did it, guys.
I mean, how crazy would it be, like right now, like say we are in a simulation, and then like all of a sudden you like just reach to the back of your neck and you feel like a long cord, kind of like in Matrix, and you're just like, what the, like you just like broke the simulation right then and there, and you were able to grab physically the thing that is putting you in the simulation. You just.
I'll be the first one to say, in that universe, I don't want to be. I want to be in the simulation. I don't want to be on the outside of the simulation.
Did you look at the fucking outside of the Matrix? It's shitty.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's real bad.
terrible.
Horrible.
It's so bad.
There's like we've lost. Like, you know, it's not like we have a chance. Like, it's not like, oh, like, hey, we can fight them and stuff. It's like we've lost for many years.
I'm sorry, but you do get cooler names in the real world than a simulation. This is a simulation. You get regular names like Harry
No, that's not true because you give your,
August.
or Preston B. Nichols or Francis Fuck You Mother.
I would be Preston B. Nichols.
I want to be Francis Fuck Your Mother.
So
you get cooler names by giving yourself you give yourself a hacker name.
Right, that's what I'm
That's the
saying.
name, but you still give yourself that name in the Matrix.
oh yeah.
Well,
Neo,
right.
he gave himself that name.
He's like, what if I took one and jumbled up the words? Neo! Ah!
Trinity, Morpheus, they're all hacker names.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is
You're
like
saying you
like
got
right
the-
now my name's Mike, and so but like out of the simulation I could be Tank. You
That's
know?
what I mean. You could just do that now by saying this is
No,
my
because
hacker
it won't
name.
catch on.
It could.
If I go, hey, you three, I want you to call me
Preston B. Nichols.
Nope. I was gonna go like immediately. My name went into just not the coolest name ever. Like
You're afraid that would actually catch on, aren't you?
yeah, because improv. Like I was like, you shut the fuck up. Because in my head I was like, this is not a cool name, but improv. It was the first thing that came in my mind. It was Periwinkle, and I was just like, "That's not.
That's how we would call you Periwinkle.
It's not cool."
He's a periwinkle blue.
Yeah,
It's not Perry.
yeah. So I'm just saying.
That's weird because I was going to call him Winkle.
Hey, see?
I think that's funnier. Winkle.
I think Winkle
It's
actually
like,
is
why the fuck
funnier.
Winkle? Is his name Winkle? You know somebody would ask that. If you're like, what's up, Winkle? And like your other friend would be like,
It's Mr. Winkle to you. Mr. Winkle is my father.
I don't want to wake up on the other side. No. Not in that scenario.
Wait, you don't want to be a part of the resistance?
No.
Not in that scenario.
No, that's a fucked up resistance.
Yeah, like I want to be there like during the war, like when we're probably gonna inevitably lose. Like that's the one I want to be in. Because that I feel like there's a lot more dramaticness and a lot more like chances for a glory, even if you die, right? Kind of like Spartans,
I was
right?
gonna say
You'd be
glory up until the point when no one remembers you.
Yeah,
because
when
they're
you're
all in a
vaporized.
simulation.
That's okay. I'm okay with that. But I'm just saying, like, I'd be okay with that when you've already like lost, and then you're like, well, we're basically like guerrilla terrorists against robots now. That doesn't sound as fun, you know? It sounds hard.
I don't know. The
I
Viet
just had a
Congs
question
had a
here.
lot of fun, I guess.
Did they have a lot of fun?
Oh, dude, they did a lot of fucked up things.
I don't know if that's
doesn't mean
fun.
they had fun.
Yeah.
No, but it seemed like they just had batshit crazy ideas that you were just like, what human would come up with this?
The exception to the rule is like a Battlestar Galactica kind of scenario, where you're on like a spaceship.
You're talking like Borgs and stuff? Or
Cylons, bro.
Cylons, sorry. Borgs.
That would be a different scenario I'd be okay with. Because you're like on a ship and you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
Ship. Cool. The ship gets blown up.
I'm sorry.
Borgs?
Matrix had a ship.
Star Trek.
That was not a ship.
Powered by electricity.
Did they use human
They're
batteries?
I have a question here,
Yes,
and
Dave.
it's mostly just because you brought up the whole terrorist thing.
Yeah.
How come it feels like every time we go into something, like if we go into media and stuff like that, why are we always rooting for the terrorists?
Because of Mandela.
Like you go into movies, people that are objectively the terrorists are the people we're supposed to be rooting for. Like the rebels in Star Trek.
Name 85 movies that have that theme.
I was about to say, Die Hard. I would argue you're mainly rooting for Bruce Willis's character,
and he is the terrorist of terrorists.
Yes. He terrorizes those
shit.
terrorists.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I didn't think about that.
Technically, they're not terrorists.
Yeah,
They're just
because like
pretending to be
Red Dawn, you're rooting for the terrorists because
by that point, everybody
Or
else
home field advantage,
I
bro.
was going to say, by that point, they've already won. And so it's them coming through in guerrilla warfare, terrorizing the...
because
By
technically,
that sense, you're still technically a terrorist.
Russians or Chinese?
well, depends on which one you go with.
Red
Because
Dawn.
I want to say the original one with Patrick Swayze was Russians, but if you go with the new one, it's North Korea.
I think it's just commies, right? That's what.
Yeah, pretty
that's
much
the
just
premise.
communism. Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, think like Randy's favorite game, Final Fantasy VII. You're just terrorists. You're eco-terrorists. What the fuck are we rooting for that? Why do we keep rooting for terrorists? Firefly. Why are we rooting for those guys? They're terrorists.
They're smugglers.
Like that helps. Like that's any better. But so
Isn't that a weird sort of like thing that seems to pop up in media though? That we're like, they're the underdogs.
Because people love the underdogs.
They're the underdogs.
Yeah, that's what it is. They love underdogs.
So why are we not rooting for Al Qaeda?
Well-
They
you know who I'm rooting for? ISIS.
I disavow.
I want the record to be shown Mike is silent during this terrorist talk.
Why? That is kind of an interesting point, but that would mean in that scenario, if we're thinking about it like that, wouldn't that make us the evil empire? Like Americans?
Like the government?
Well,
Yeah.
also
The government, in any sense, is the evil empire. It's just a government. It's a thing that's running the world.
I always root for the empire. I always do.
I know you do.
Every Star Wars, ever. I want the bad guys with the robot army. They're cool. Or the stormtroopers, even though they can't shoot worth a shit. I love their infrastructure. I love the infrastructure. It's
Why the
great.
fuck can they not shoot when they were all built off of Jango Fett, who was
You know
really
who
good at
can't-
shooting?
Shut up. Stormtroopers are not Jango Fett.
in the Clone Wars, they were.
there.
In the Clone Wars, where they were clone troopers, but stormtroopers are not clone troopers.
Oh, that's true.
Didn't they go from clone
Troopers
to
actually
into
were good
stormtroopers?
shots. They like you watch them waste droids like all the time.
Well, eventually the Clone Troopers died, so they went with Stormtroopers.
They started phasing them out too.
Hmm.
Yeah. A lot of lore in there. But anyways,
That is
A lot
not
of
canon
lore that's
anymore.
not canon anymore.
what isn't canon anymore?
The books. They've come out to say only the movies are canon.
No, the movies and the shows.
Well, like the Mandalorian and stuff.
Like the Clone Wars show.
Oh yeah, the like animated stuff,
Rebels all
and
that stuff.
also
And they're remaking comics and books now.
yeah now, but like everything like when the movies came out are not canon. Like when 4, 5, and 6 came out.
Like that whole story about how that guy was that.
So you're
guy
telling
where he
me
went, you don't want to sell me death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life. And then he went home and rethought his life, and they made a whole book about it. Do you know that's a real book? It's a real book.
No, because
In the
I've
Star
only
Wars
seen the
universe.
movies.
that's a good call. So you're saying Luke?
I don't know if that's a good call.
Spencer's like, so anyways, the explosion.
So you're saying Luke Skywalker isn't canon anymore?
No, he
He's
is.
in the movies.
okay.
The stuff he does afterwards. Like I said, I haven't read the books,
You
but
realize
I
he's
know
just
stuff.
fucking with you, right? He knows this stuff.
I don't know anything.
So anyways, the explosion.
Dear God,
Peterson.
we got way off the topic.
Yeah.
Like a lot here.
So, Dane.
Simulations.
Simulations.
Dane.
Yes.
Dane.
Yes.
How do you think the world is going to end?
How do I think the world is going to end? Secondhand smoke, obviously.
Secondhand vapor.
There's popcorn lung.
I hope so.
Are you hoping for
I'll
that?
fight that oxygen machine to the death.
Spencer's end goal is he wants to end up in an iron lung
And fight it.
and fight it. Just punching him from the inside.
You'll never take me. I will be your human battery.
You know what I'm really sad about is Gage isn't here for this moment, but also whatever.
You made a lot of fun of him recently.
Yeah, it's not like he listens to the podcast.
True.
At least he's behind. At least. But anyway,
I say we hunt him down. Take him out.
Bringing the podcast with us.
we almost can. We can almost go mobile with it. We need a couple of adapters, but whatever. Anyway, Dave?
This is a weird one because I don't normally think about the idea of like the world ending because it's just that moment for me was like the instant that the world ends. Like I just hope to be. I don't want to be one of the survivors, and maybe I'm in the minority on this one. I think we've talked, but you did talk about like super volcano goes off or fucking get hit by a meteor. I don't want to be part of that. Like when I gotta deal with all the horrible shit that's afterwards. Like you hit the nuclear war. I'm just gonna be out on my front lawn. Not in one of those fucking bunkers trying to hold my. She's gonna be like, fucking vaporize me, bitch!
I don't know. Fallout is
Yeah, you don't want to fall out that bitch?
No, I do not want to fall out that bitch. Objectively, that's still terrible, no matter where you go in Fallout.
Death claws.
Yeah. It just sounds awful.
Giant.
And I know for sure Spencer said I would be the first to die in a zombie apocalypse.
Oh, yeah.
Because Spencer would kill me.
Yeah, I don't trust you in a zombie apocalypse. You're the first one out.
Dane's the kind of guy who gets bit and tells no one.
Like we're gonna have like a squad of people.
You need to be able to get away, so you just like clip his leg and let them.
No, Spencer's already said that he's going to just suffocate me in my sleep. And then just leave without me. He'll be like, he's putting down a dog. Just like...
Go sleep, go sleep, go sleep.
Well, the thing about, I've thought about it, because it's like you can either maim him so you can get away, in case zombies come after you, or the other alternative is, do you even risk that? Because I've seen Dane fall down a one single step. And I just feel like even just leaving the house, he could put me in jeopardy. And it's just like, you're not
worth it?
Yeah, it's just like, you're not dragging me down, bro. Like, you're going out now, right now. Like, we'll just be like, first order of business, Dane, go take a nap. And then...
Dane's like, aye, Captain. Sounds good.
Then we have to end it there for the safety of the group.
But it's just Spencer and Dane.
The safety of the group, Mike.
I was hoping for the situation like in The Walking Dead where we're just like holed up in that house or in that it's just constantly us shooting out at the zombies and then whatever the fuck we just go out and do like little.
So we're just hanging out in a house.
Pretty much.
We're just two dudes hanging out in a house. Just waiting for you to fall asleep.
I mean, that's pretty much every day. I will always fall asleep before Spencer does.
I think the problem with it is my innate Spencer will want to trust him at some point, and I know that's the folly of it. Because I'm going to be like, Dane, you're on guard duty, bro. Like, you're on guard duty. I'm going to catch a few Z's. Dane will fall asleep before I do. And then me or him will get munched on by zombies. So I think tactically, it's just better for my brain if I'm just like, take Dane out now. Because then I'm not going to possibly think like, nah, Dane's not going to fall asleep
Will
on
you at
guard.
least kill me quickly?
But
Well, yeah, obviously.
All right.
Yeah.
but less hands make, or more hands make less work.
That's not always true.
When they're thieves.
Have you ever walked into the situation where everyone's trying to help you with something and you're just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
get the fuck away?
Yeah, there's like 10 people like, let me help you, let me help you, let me help you. And they're all trying to accomplish a single task and nobody can do it because there's too many people there. Yeah, it's horrible.
That's where Too Many Cooks came from.
Dude, that's a good song. That's a good song.
God, fuck that song.
All right. So, Spencer, you've mentioned what you want or how you think the world is going to end, or what you're hoping for, at least.
Yeah, at least what I'm hoping for. I don't really I don't think anybody really truly knows, but I'm hoping for something fast. That's what I'm hoping for. Something quick.
I don't want to die of some super plague.
Some super plague that takes years. No thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I could buy into that though. I could totally buy into the whole 2012 like it did end, and we're just kind of somehow like struggling on some.
Yeah, we're on one last thread.
Yeah,
about to be cut.
Oh, that's like a fates thing. That's pretty cool. Nice. It's a golden
Look at him.
thread.
He learned about the fates.
He learned about the fates.
Yeah, turtles on turtles on turtles.
Reflection of dewdrops. I don't know. I hope it's something cool though. Whatever it is, just something that I can be proud of.
Something cool and something fast.
Yeah, something cool and fast.
Something he can tell his mom about.
If it's really cool, then we can drag it out longer. We can drag it out longer if it's really cool. Like if it's a really cool way to go.
Alright.
All I keep imagining is that no matter what scenario, if I survive, you're killing me out first.
It could be something so like killer bunnies, and he's like, "Dang, you gotta go."
Sorry.
Commodore Puddles. Sorry, Dane.
It's either me or you, and it's gonna be you.
What about you guys?
Brad? How do you think the world is gonna end? Or what are you hoping for?
We've talked about what hoping for is completely different from what I think it's going to be. Super volcano.
Yeah.
That's
what
definitely
you're
what's
hoping
going to.
for?
No, that's what it's going to be.
Oh,
I can see that. We're in the blast zone for Yellowstone.
for Yellowstone, so we're good on that
cool.
one.
Yeah.
Vaporize me. Do it.
You make it sound so like uplifting, and you're like, "Yeah, we're in the zone."
Auto zone. That's where you want to be. You don't want to be in the ash fallout. That sounds shitty. That just sounds shitty, you know?
That's dying over a long period
Dude.
of time of ash.
Ash Fallout sounds like a sweet band name.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not for me. No.
Yeah. No. Not
Ash
like
Fallout
some
sounds
punk
like an emo 2000s band.
Yeah, like that was what My Chemical Romance wanted to be called.
Originally,
Yeah.
that was what they wanted to be, yeah.
Before they became popular. All right, Red. What are you?
I want zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, that's understandable.
So zombie apocalypse, right?
Yeah.
I've had many discussions.
So
about
you're
it.
also going for zombie apocalypse?
No.
Or, okay.
No.
Okay.
No, what I think it will be is kind of like in Kingsman,
Okay.
where Samuel L. Jackson was saying like people are the virus, and how viruses get taken out is heat, and so I think the world will just heat up and burn all of us, and then it will cool, and then spring up new life.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Like the ice.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, like, we all get the, that, like, anger virus or whatever from Kingsman.
That's where I thought you were going.
That's where I thought you were
no.
going with it, and the fact that we just get to watch Colin Firth kill a bunch of people in the church.
Wow.
That's such a sweet scene.
It is so
Yeah.
good.
And they picked a good song to play during that. It's so good. But no, just the fact that basically the world will superheat, kill everything, and then it will cool, and then eventually it will spring new life. That's about it. But we will be gone.
And crocodiles will be the main species.
Yeah. Crocodilies.
Because they can handle heat.
Crocodilians and night
Crocodilians.
goblins will inherit the earth.
Well,
Yeah.
Jesus.
There's nothing.
Finally,
night
as
goblins.
he's just stealing bikes.
So.
They'll finally have that statue.
They won't even need to hide it. They'll just take it
Yeah.
in daylight.
All right.
Be
Well,
day goblins. It's the
well,
most terrifying of all.
anyways, explosions. Dane, Spencer, Brad, thank you for joining us on the podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you us?
I don't know which side I'm on anymore.
I just want to take a moment to say thank you guys for joining us on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you for joining us on this podcast.
Did we just get pirate?
I thought this was ours. Is this a different Mandela that we don't know about yet?
You actually came into our podcast. Get out of the house.
Yeah. It's called Mutual People Talk. But Spencer, thank you for coming on to your first episode, our mini episode. Dane's many more episodes than you, kind of.
I'm on the third one.
You are on the third one, so.
But
But
hey,
hey,
2 behind.
better catch up. But Dane, thank you for coming, and Brad,
Thank you
thank
for having me.
Thank
For having the house and the equipment? Sure. Yeah, no problem.
All right. Well,
No one,
anyway.
no one, no one thank Mike. No one.
Oh, well, I guess I won't thank Mike.
I guess we will.
I was
go,
literally in the middle of it.
I guess we will all go reflect on some dewdrops and
Stack some turtles.
stack some turtles.
Russian nesting dolls.
Russian nesting turtles. Is that it?
Francis, fuck your mother.